Hello, everybody. It's Free for All Friday, and oh my goodness, what a lot of news today, actually. We are on Free for All Friday. I've got the panel up here. We may have more later. We don't know. You never know what's going to happen here. But join the fun and get into the chat, and we will comment on those as soon as we can. Hey, what's up, Sage Roberts? And whatever. So, Kurt, we have the first question down below.
Hey, all right. So before I get to that, man, you know what I'm saying? What up, though, everyone? Welcome to Free for All Friday. You know who we are. We are Detroit Lions on the prowl. You're home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, and it's time to have some fun. But let's talk about who's on the panel right quick. You know, we got Queen of the Prowl. Val Bordeaux is in the building. Welcome, Queen. You know who it is. Maniac Tim. Yeah. What's up, Timmy? What's going on, my guy?
Just here.
And you know who he is. Smoking Jeremy. Jeremy Barwick's in the building. What's up, Smoking Jeremy B?
Oh, happy to be here. Always happy to talk Detroit Lions.
Of course, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, we claim wide receiver Josh Reynolds from
Stop doing that. Whoever's doing that, stop it, please.
From the Tennessee Titans when he came off waivers. Nice to see you, Jim.
Wow.
Okay, so
yeah.
what do you
close? Full focus.
Do you think how much do you think he would help the team? Jim, I'm sorry.
How much do I think he'll help the team? Actually, I think he'll help the team a bit. He's comfortable with Goff. Goff's comfortable with him, and I think that's a confidence issue with Goff anyway. I think Goff plays scared quite a bit. Hopefully we can throw the ball down the field. I think that's a mandate from Dan Campbell, and I think that's what that exactly is going to do. Can we go back to that micro mic one? Okay. Oops. What happened? All right. Thank you, SFC Steel. You want to comment on that real quick? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, sir. And Mike, you know what I'm saying? I retired Sergeant First Class from the U.S. Army. That guy, Sergeant First Class Steele, you know, I retired. I appreciate it, but, you know, I'm just Kurt Steele now, man. That's how we roll, baby. But I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you very much there, Sergeant. You know, he's a Sergeant E5. He had his hat on the other day with his rank on there. But,
yes.
You know, hey, I appreciate that. Val, do you think that this guy, Josh Reynolds, coming in, safety, whoopee blanket for Jared Goff, what does he bring to the team?
I don't think he's going to be much of a help. I mean, you already got wide receivers, and Goff can't even throw to them. So what do you think he's going to throw to the just Reynolds rep guy? I don't think
Reynolds rep.
He's not going to be much of a help. Oh, not at this point. No.
Okay. All right. Hey, I feel you. Just spoke at Jeremy. What you got, man? Is Reynolds going to help this team?
I think he will help with Goff's confidence. The other thing I think he will help with is he has size and speed, which is allowed to stretch the field and get separation, which the Lions, for the third year in the row, are last in separation by receivers from defenders. So you could say they're open, but if they don't have separation, they're truly not open.
I understand that 100%. He's a 4.5 guy, not terribly fast, but not terribly slow either. So he's that medium range speed guy. He has something. He can definitely get open. So that never was a problem for him at LA. He usually got separation, and Goff found him quite a bit out in LA. So we'll see. All right, Maniac Tim, my guy. What do you have? Do you think, or how much will Josh Reynolds help the Lions going forward this season?
Well, I think he could help greatly, actually, because it's going to give him another target besides TJ Hawkinson, you know, to throw to and stuff like that. And somebody he's confident with. He has a camaraderie with them already. He has proven that in LA. Now let's just hope that he's not rusty with them, and he can just go ahead and give that threat. And that way they can't just go ahead and stack that box. And, you know, if he's even a threat, you know, it takes the pressure off Hawkinson. It takes pressure off everything else. So it will open things up. So I think it was a great move. And now it's time for Goff to put up or shut up and throw throw some balls down the field.
Yeah, definitely.
Earn his
If you
damn money.
Josh Reynolds came cheap to the Lions. Probably about $500,000 for the rest of the season. He's only signed for the rest of this year, so you can kick the tires on a guy like that. He's not really damaging the cap space. So I understand the move by Brad Holmes and company. It was a kind of a, hey, we're going to give my man a whoopee, you know what I'm saying? He gave him a little blanket, you know what I'm saying? All my veterans know what a whoopee is. You know what I'm saying? That's that's one of your best friends when you're in the field or out in deployment. You love your whoopee. So you give him a whoopee. It keeps you warm, you know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff. So maybe that security blanket is what he needs right now. And shout out to Sage Roberts before we go to the chat. They said that it's the birthday today, so happy birthday to Sage Roberts. 30 today. We'll kick it over to Val for some of the comments in the chat.
Yeah, I like Brian Stover here. He says, I don't care if you bring Calvin back. It's not going to help Goff.
We got a question by Craig Ferguson, too.
Yeah, and his question is, will Lynn use Reynolds downfield, or will he be another check down option? That's all Goff can do is be a check down guy.
I think it's mandated by Dan Campbell right now to throw down the field. You heard him at his press conference. He said, I'm going to get as close to the quarterback as I can get. And I think the reason for that is he wants to go ahead and have him throw down the field.
But he's not capable of it.
It's not that he's not capable of it.
He's not capable of it.
He can throw down the field. He throw better down the field than Justin Fields. I mean,
he can't throw down the field and actually get a target.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
If you actually watch the games where he came from, he hit receivers when they had separation downfield quite accurately. As a matter of fact, he was 5th in accuracy with deep field passes in 2020. He was 6th in 2019, and he was 3 in 2018.
Yeah, he can't do that to wide open receivers right now.
They're not wide open after 15 yards.
There's been several plays where I saw like 3 guys wide open and
not with separation. Not with separation.
They were wide. There was no one around them. So what? I mean, what were they separated from?
I mean, no. There's a difference between missing an open target and throwing the ball to an open target. There's a difference between missing a guy who's open and not seeing the read. But there's a difference between that and throwing the ball downfield to an open target. He's missing targets because he's missing people because he's not throwing a damn ball to him. That's different between I'm throwing the ball downfield and this in an accurate pass. He can throw the ball down the field. He just got to get out of his own head and throw the damn ball. And that's what I think is what Dan Campbell was saying. Just throw the damn ball, guy. You know what I'm saying? Like hey, we're gonna get you to so you can, because if you look back at the tape, like Jeremy says. If he does throw the ball, he can get the ball down the field. I don't think that's an issue. The issue here is you got people running open and he's just not throwing the damn ball. He's throwing it away or he's checking it down.
See, now even Craig Ferguson agrees with me. There's been plenty of wide open receivers down the field, he said.
Now, I understand that. Here's my point. Listen to me now. There's receivers down the field that's open. He's not throwing the ball anywhere. He's going to his first read. If it's not there, he's checking it down or throwing it away. I'm not saying. Or what I'm saying is that if he throws the freaking ball, he can hit people down the field if they're open. But that's not it's apples and oranges. What Jeremy said, when he throws the ball down the field, he's accurate. When he decides to throw the damn ball. But if he's sitting there,
he has not been accurate on any deep pass I've seen him throw for the Lions whatsoever. Not accurate whatsoever.
What deep ball has you seen him throw for the Lions? What time you throw the ball
He has completed 8 of 10 on the left side over 15 yards. He has completed 4 of 10 in the middle of the field, and he has completed 2 of 10 to the right.
So always throw.
Take away the drops.
Yeah, now that I will say that. There has been some drops. People don't really realize how many drops that the people have had on a line. So all that being said, Dan Campbell says throw the damn ball down the damn field. we got you your damn whoopee down the field, so we will get you. And Khalif Raymond does a really good job when he throws down the field. He's open. He catches that ball. So he didn't
start out like that down the field, though. That's why they went away from him for a couple games.
He's got to get out of his head and throw the ball. He's got to. To be honest with you, That's what I'm seeing. He's got to get out of his own head. All right, so moving on to the next question, because we beat that shit to death. What player or players need to step up in this game versus the Pittsburgh Steelers? What's up, young fella Tristan? All right, so we'll go to Maniac Tim first. Who need to step up, man, in this game on Sunday?
Jared Goff.
Woo.
I mean, he needs to freaking start earning his pay and like we said, throw down the field, hit the targets. Now they brought in a receiver that he cannot say he don't know his ability. He needs to step up and just really lead this team. He show us why LA was wrong to get rid of him. Prove your damn self.
Woo.
Okay. Tim being pissed off
Bringing
to the
the
high
heat.
level of festivity this morning. All right, Jeremy, who needs to step up in this game, my dude?
Our defense needs to step up. Period.
Amen.
It isn't any one player. The defense needs to step up, do consistent pressure all 4 quarters. That way it helps that young secondary be in position. Hopefully, if he's back, because I heard he's back on the field practicing, so hopefully he'll be active this weekend because he was starting to really show out before he got hurt.
Okay, I feel you on that. All right, Queen of the Proud herself, Val. Who needs to step up for the line?
I'm on Tim's side. Goff is the only glaring one that has not stepped up. And there's 30 million reasons why this boy needs to step up, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, and I'm going to put it this way. When you start a job, right, and you have no experience in the field whatsoever, the boss is probably going to give you a break for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a master's degree and you've already worked in the field for 5 years, and you come in looking as bad as the rookies are, this is not acceptable. I'm sorry, but he needs to step up.
I want to shout out my guys from Raw Detroit, man. They have got some really good stuff on college prospects and things like that. So if you want to know about some people that may fit with the Lions, check out their channel, Raw Detroit, man. I'm just shout out to you guys.
Yeah, definitely. All right, my man Jim, you up?
Yo.
Who needs to step up for the Lions on Sunday versus the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I'm going to pull a different one. I'm going to say DeAndre Swift. I think we need to run the ball, and that defense is really, really tough. And it doesn't look like Jamal Williams is going to play. We don't know that for sure, but it doesn't look like he's going to play. So our number one has to be our number one, and DeAndre Swift needs to step up in this game.
Okay. I hope that going off of this kind of recapping. So Jim, you're saying he needs to step up. That's dependent on the play calling from Anthony Lynn. Jared Goff, his play is just, I feel you on that one. Goff. Yeah. Jeremy,
I'll try to go away from Goff.
The defense depends on the play calling. Definitely, again, are they going to call the blitzes and call those exotic blitzes from the defense? That's on Aaron Glenn. I'm going to have to say I'm not going with a player. I'm going with Anthony Lynn. He needs to call a consistent game, find out what we can exploit, and then stick to it. And that's one thing that Dan Campbell preached when he was in his introductory press conferences, and we haven't been doing it. But you can't do that when your quarterback's not playing to his full potential. So it's going to depend on Anthony Lynn putting Goff in a position to succeed and him actually pulling the trigger and throwing the damn ball down the field to his open receivers.
I'm getting a kick out of this comment from PC Payload. Campbell put his dog shot collar off Goff, so when he sees a wide open receiver, he'll get a little zap to turn his head.
They put it in his helmet, I think.
Yeah.
He needs something.
What's up, Big Wes?
What's up, Big Wes, Kevin? And
J Dub, Sage, King SJ. What up, man? What up, guys in the chat?
Dan Spanos.
Detroit saying thanks, Jim. I appreciate you.
No problem. You do good content. That's why I wanted to get it out there.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, if you want to check out more of us, you can go over to Lions Nation Unite. We're all over there hanging out in that app, having a good time. They have a really nice thing going on right? Well, it was going on yesterday. They had it where you could nominate veterans or service members to receive a autographed salute to service mini helmet from Herman Moore. That they went and visited a Vietnam veteran yesterday and took him a customized framed jersey from Herman Moore. So
absolutely awesome.
Yeah, go over and check out that content on Lions Nation Unite. And the game they chat, Val is over there cutting up every Sunday. So go over and check it out at Lions Nation Unite. It's such a great time over there. What changes do you expect for the offense? And will it help against the Steelers D? Woo, that is a nice pointed question. You know what? I'm going to take this one first. What changes do I expect from the Lions? I think they're going to throw the ball. That's the back end of their defense is kind of susceptible, especially if you throw it in that the intermediate to long portions of that defense, because there's safeties. They have a lot of injuries on that secondary, and Joe Hayden is not Joe Hayden as he was a few years ago. So you look at that back end of that defense; they're susceptible to the pass. Their linebackers are very good against the run, but they're kind of suspect against the pass. So you can exploit with T.J. Hockenson and some of those short to the intermediate to deep passes. If we throw the ball down the field and get damn Goff, just throw the damn ball. we can do some things against the Steelers D. I think Josh Reynolds definitely is going to help that, and give. And moving Amon-Ra St. Brown out to the outside is going to help open up this offense. So what do you guys think? I'm going to start with you, Jeremy. What do you think the changes will be with this offense, and will they help against the Steelers defense?
Well, we already seen a few people that we've made some moves to get that didn't work. Trinity Benson. We've activated Tom Kennedy, which I said, going against second and third stringers, yeah, he's going to get open, but against the first stringers of the NFL, he'll get swallowed whole. And he did. He just disappeared. I'm hoping they activate the guy they just signed on Monday that I was telling you guys about before the show. I hope they activate Travis Johnson, 6'4", 212, 4.3, 4.4 speed, has a great vertical. That's how you stretch a field. That's how you get somebody that can blow the top off of a zone defense, which that is what the Steelers D is predicated on, as a zone blitz defense. So if everybody's in zone, you have two guys that are in that 4.4, 4.3, 4.5 range. You can stretch the field.
Okay, definitely. All right, my man Jim, you up next. What changes do you think will go with the offense against the Steelers, and would it help?
If we're able to throw deep, then that opens things up, because they can't load the box on us. Once they can't load the box, we can start to run the ball. I think if left tackle Taylor Decker can start and Penei Sewell goes over to the other side, it strengthens that offensive line and also lets us run the ball. I think we could win this game if we run the ball well. I also think that it changes things. Like Jeremy was saying, we can take the top off that defense. They're going to have to put more people back there. Once they do that, I think we can run the ball.
Definitely. All right, Val, what you got? What changes do you expect on the offense, and will they help against that vaunted Steelers defense?
I don't think you're going to see any changes quite yet.
Ooh.
Not at all. Even with the new wide receiver, it's going to take time for the wide receiver to gel with Goff anyway. I'm not the fan of Goff, as we all know. So, yeah, I don't see any changes quite yet.
Okay, definitely. All right, some breaking news. It looks like Taylor Decker will be playing. Just asking the presser, they asked Dan Campbell, what's the percentage of Decker playing in the game on Sunday? He said high. So hopefully we can get our premier left tackle back in the building for the game on Sunday.
Speaking of which, is Jamal Williams ready to go?
No, but they're saying he's progressing, but I don't know if he starts this week.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of saw it on Twitter. All right, my man, you know who he is, the maniac himself, Big Timmy. You know what I'm saying? What changes do you expect on the offense, and will they help against the Steelers?
I think balance, because we had switched from a team that was primarily passing team to a running team, but then we lost the balance somewhere in between. And in order to really not be able to key up on one point of the game, either passing or running. You got to be good at both. So I think that with the receiver changes, and even if they activate the guy that Jeremy was talking about, if you can show that balance and get the passing down the field, and like Jim says, it opens up the running games, and also you have Tater Decker coming back hopefully this year, and not this year, this week, and with Pranay Sue and stuff, our offensive line, hey, who knows what we can do. So let's just go ahead and open that up. And also, don't forget about the run, too.
Okay, definitely. All right.
Does anyone know if Reynolds is a blocker downfield?
I do not.
Do not know that.
Jeremy, you know?
He was more of a slot receiver, so yes, he was doing some inside blocking schemes during the run plays, but mostly he was used to help stretch the field because he had a little bit more straight line and excellent quickness. It isn't the fact that he's fast, it's the fact he gets to top speed fast, which eludes the slower defenders at the slot.
Very true. Definitely. All right. Val, go
Anybody surprised
to the chat.
Anybody surprised the Rams grabbed OBJ? Brian Stover wants to know.
No.
Since they don't have a salary cap, no, I don't.
They are pushing it. They are pushing it all in. I think that I just want to give my quick thoughts on this. With OBJ, I'll say this. I know the Packers they said the offers were probably pretty similar to what he was getting from both the Packers and the Rams. Why not go to sunny California? He's a California kid. He's from that area. Why not go home and play for half a year instead of going up? He just left the cold weather in Cleveland, so why not go home to California? I'm just saying. I
thought for sure he was going to the Packers. I thought for sure.
I am so happy.
I'm glad he didn't, but yeah, I thought for sure he was going to.
But if you look at that, I would say this about the Rams: they are going all in. They pushing all their chips into the middle of the table.
Yes,
I don't know how the hell they're doing it because
they don't have a salary cap like everybody.
Yeah, they can't. They got to pay for them. They're like the Yankees. They pay luxury tax because they don't have a damn salary cap out there. Oh, definitely. So what? He says OBJ will never criticize Matthew Stafford. Never. I don't know about that.
I don't know
about that.
Here's the other thing about that is the reason why they did it is they stretched their salary cap out to the limit they could stretch it for all the dead cap hits. That's what gave them the salary cap to be able to move it. Mm-hmm. They're going to be eating about $20 million over the next 5 years.
Yeah, they probably more than that. If you look at the moves they've done, man, I mean, they're trying to go for it all this year.
Right.
So we'll see. Definitely.
I seen a meme that showed Sean McVay looking like Thanos with an infinity gauntlet, and the yellow one said OBJ.
And they done that too when they first moved back from St. Louis to LA. Is they went all out that year too.
Yeah, they definitely did. Okay. All right. So
John Kepler.
Yeah, you know what though? I would definitely say that. It's one of those things where I'm kind of puzzled by the move because you just had Deshaun Jackson after his release and now he's with the Raiders. So you got Robert Woods, Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, and now you add OBJ. I mean, unless they're going 4 wide the whole game, I don't. They don't.
With Stafford, you could.
Yeah, you could, but I don't know. Okay, all right. So
Big West going savage in the chat, man. With Aaron Rodgers. Saying Aaron Rodgers spent more money on scrunchies for his man bun than that 14K ride.
Yeah, that was really
upsetting. Yeah, me too.
All right, so what are the keys to this game? We'll start with Maniac Tim first. What are the keys to the game, Jim, for the Lions to have a victory?
Me or Tim?
No, Tim.
Okay.
Timmy.
Okay, of course, pressure on the quarterback.
Whoever that may be.
Yeah, right, because I heard Rothenberger's out, so and I
darn.
yeah. But Yeah, pressure and also going ahead and stretching the field. You know, I mean, we got to stretch that field. We got to make plays. We got to run the ball too. You know, balance offense and pressure on defense.
Okay, definitely. I like that. Val, what you got?
Don't breathe on the refs.
Mm.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm a little salty. Okay, we had the ref special last week, so
You sure did.
Yeah,
I
you
totally
did.
agree with that.
Hey, wait. You can't do that because every time we griped about ref calls when we played Chicago, you would say, hey, shut up and take your loss.
dude. Okay, I took the loss, and I've got no problem with taking the loss. But I'm not the only team in the NFL that's saying the same thing on the other side.
And I have defended every team against the refs, not just the Lions.
I mean, Tony Corianti needs to be fired like today. Period. This dude has been shady even before he came into the NFL. And
So
there's
has
been
that whole
numerous
crew that worked the 6 games that had some of the most controversial calls that equaled game-winning scores against the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Refs are owned by the mafia. Okay.
And I don't buy the NFL's little, backing of that dude at all whatsoever for that hip check.
Yeah, I don't. But the penalty was not against for him touching the ref. It was the penalty was because.
Oh, I know it was. But the thing is if I forget his name because he just came up from the practice squad. If he would have touched him in any way, he would have been fined or suspended.
I thought he would throw out the game. That's what the media
And be thrown out of the game.
Because we know from superstar Jamie Collins when he just tried to show what he was to the ref, what he was doing on the first play of the damn game last year.
And it bumped
Why is the referee being allowed to do something
hit the guy in the head. He bumped the guy's head off his head and got ejected.
Yeah.
Oh, that must.
So why is the referee being allowed to do whatever he wants to a player?
Pretty much.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jim. What are the keys to the game for the Lions on Sunday?
Well, to be honest with you, our defense needs to step up. Their offensive line isn't that good. They have a quarterback that we don't even know who he is at this point. I'm not sure Roethlisberger is going to play. It looks like he's not going to play. It looks like their wide receiver isn't going to play either. So if the defense can step up, we're going to have a tough time with their defense. I think it might be a defensive game. If we can play defense as well as they can, then that's going to be a tall order. But I think it stems from our defense in this game. I really do.
Definitely. I agree with that 100%. Okay, before I get to my man Smoking Jeremy, I think I'll give my quick little synopsis on whatever the key to the game. Control the clock. You know what I'm saying? Keep the Steelers defense. If you tire them out, just keep them on the field. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing. You definitely on the offensive side of the ball, you need to keep the defense on the field. Keep our defense on the bench. That's where you kind of protect your defense if it's kind of weak by keeping your offense on the field. On the defensive side of the ball, for them, attack, and when you get done, attack some more. Go up the field, get after whatever quarterback's back there. If it's Big Ben, you have to get him to the ground. You cannot F around with that guy. He doesn't go down easily. You can't push him over like a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL and expect him to fall. He's going to stand tall back there in that pocket, and he's going to throw the ball. So you have to get after him. So if it's going to be Mason Rudolph, I don't know. I think we need to get Myles Garrett in here and swing a helmet at him. I don't know. But no, I'm just messing around. I'm so sorry. But you have to attack, and get him on the ground as well. But those are my keys to the game. And you're going to have to go back to that. Those guys are crazy. They'll do whatever it takes to win mentality that we had out in LA. We're going to have to play that way the rest of the season. We're just going to have to do that. We're going to have to pull crap out of behinds, fake plays, special
hopefully
teams.
Not literally.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully not literally.
Hopefully not literally, but you're going to have to, but you're going to have to pull some plays that's going to just be kind of wow, and just not be afraid to just do whatever it takes to win the game. All right, my man, Smoking Jeremy B. You know who that dude is. But I have a question for you, right quick before we go into your answer for the question. Give us a little bit of background on your military service, my guy.
Well, I served back in '88 and '89 with the Army. I did the 2-year enlistment. Didn't quite make it, but I did have a general discharge. It was just, we mutually agreed to separate ways, you know. But I loved my time in the military. It's what gave me my hard work and discipline to be able to do what I do every day. And literally, I mean every day. 1 week I work 7 days, the next day I work 6. At 51 years old, if there's any other 51-year-olds that work that hard, I want to hear it. But I made it as far as a Spec 4, and I was an infantryman.
Well, from one service member to another, veteran to another, thank you for your service. I really appreciate that. All right, so what are your keys to the game for the Detroit Lions?
Well, it's already been said, we need to do balance on offense, but the only way we're going to be able to be balanced is if we get the Steelers D on their heels, which means stretch the field and run the ball once we do. We got to get them to not put 6 and 7 guys in that box. We got to stretch that field.
Yep.
Then we'll be able to run the ball. And on defense, not only do we got to get pressure, we also got to stop Najee Harris, who's starting to come on now. He looked pretty bad at the beginning of the season. I was like, well, it looked like that every other year when the Alabama running back was a bust there for a minute. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where they have the one great one that comes out, and then all of a sudden the next one falls on their face. It used to be like, it was Mark Ingram was good. Then Eddie Lacy falls on his face. Then the next year was another guy who was good. Then Trent Richardson fell on his face. I mean, it was a track record you could set a clock by. But not so much the case anymore. But that O-line is their weakness. So attack with the front 7. I don't care how many. As long as it's more than 2. I never want to see 1 or 2 players blitzing like a Patricia defense ever again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly, 100%, my guy. And shout out to my man Jim's dad. You know what I'm saying? Vietnam veteran served. I'm going to do that the rest of the month, highlighting military veterans. Shout out to my nephew Mario. He's a retired Sergeant First Class as well. Retired a couple years ago out in San Antonio. Thank you for your service, young man. My daughter, Sharice, served in the military as well. If you go over on Lions Nation Unite, you see a picture of both of us sitting in. I was giving her a ride back from her unit. We're sitting in the car together. We're both in uniform. So, that's family cool. Business. Mm-hmm. My wife, Rosalind, served in the Army as well. She was a tech supply specialist. My grandfather was a casualty recovery NCO in World War II. He was mortuary affairs. He went and got those bodies off the battlefield. He was a master sergeant. Got out. My cousin Mickey was in the Air Force. He's my mom's cousin, so 2nd generation cousin. So served in the military as well. My sister-in-law Cece, my brother's wife, served in the Army as well. She was an admin personnel as well as IT as well. So Signal Corps. So shout out to all my family members that have served. Definitely my cousin Bernard McAdams III tragically died in Korea back in '98. He did a missiles supply out there, and I was actually in country when the tragic accident happened. But shout out to all of my family members definitely that served, and to everyone that has served our country honorably. Thank you for your service, and we appreciate it. All right, so who do you think's in win, and what will be the final score? Ooh, this is a tough question. All right, so I kind of know what Jim said the other day, but I'm going to go to the queen of the prowl first up this time. Who wins, and what's the score?
Steelers hands down. I mean, we were struggling. Okay, so it's gonna, and score wise, I'm gonna say Steelers 29.
29. That's a weird one.
Because they've done it before. And
They just did it last week against the Bears, didn't it?
so I'm doing the mojo on you guys. Okay, it's 29. We'll say 29-24 Steelers.
29-24 Steelers. Okay, what you got, Timmy? Who wins and what's the score?
Okay. I'm going to drink a little hopium here.
Okay,
All right. I'm going to say the Lions 21-14.
21-14 Lions. Interesting. Okay, I want to go to Jim because I know he has a good take on this because we discussed it on yesterday's Detroit Lions on the Proud Lunchtime Detroit Lions talk. Jim, what is your prediction? Because I need to have a caveat. So what do you think?
Yep. We have a caveat, and I think now that this game may be a little more even than what I thought in the first place. Their defense is going to get after us, and we're going to have a hard time offensively. But if our defense could do the same with their injuries that they have at the quarterback position and all that, it could be more even than what we think. I'm still going to go Steelers because we make every quarterback look good, no matter if they're back up or who they are. So I'm actually going to go Steelers 24-21.
24-21 Steelers. All right, Smoke and Jeremy, what you got, man? What's the score and who wins?
Man, you're putting me on the spot. Well, I'm going to go along with FoxSports.com because they said this possibly, with this being an 8-point spread, be the easiest cover that the Lions have had all season. And that's because with Ben out, they're not the same team.
I agree, but their defense is still so good.
And I didn't say anything about that. But I said to cover the spread, not win. I said cover the spread. They said win. I'm not saying that. I still think the Steelers win. I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be actually low scoring. I think it's going to be like 21-18.
21-18, Pittsburgh. Okay.
I want whatever medications Fox is on. That's what that's what I want.
Looking at this game, if Big Ben does not play, I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair. We can score on their defense. Their defense is not. You can score on them. They have the Bears scored on them. We can score on them. I'm just saying. I mean, and like the Bears have a super great offense. So
I'm not saying you guys can't score on them, but
I mean, we can score on them. But it's going to be, can we stop them? That's going to be the issue. So I'm going to say it's going to be 28-24, and I will stick with the Steelers on that one as well.
Craig Ferguson is going 38-6 Steelers.
Last
time
time
they score that many points. At least I hope not. If we can stop,
they haven't scored that many points all season.
Yeah, they're on a 4-game winning streak though, so that tells you something.
And they've all been close.
All right, so
Lions win 23-21, and our defense scores a touchdown.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
First time for everything.
If he gets a pick six?
Is he going to play? I thought he was just started on the clock.
Nah, he just started the clock on a 21-day. He's on a 21-day activation thing. They can inactivate him anytime right now since he's returned back to practice. So,
I think he'll play for the Bears-Lions game. That's where I'm thinking that he's going to come back for.
It could be the Thanksgiving Day game. Did you hear anything different, Jeremy? I just didn't want to cut you off there.
No, I just heard he was starting to do limited practice this week. So if he's actually in practice, I think he has to be a full participant by tomorrow in order to play. So there's always a chance. I'm not saying he will. It would be great if he did because we need him.
We really do need him.
Bubba Bo says we're gonna start our winning streak and go 9-8 for the rest of the season. And someone told him to put the Kool-Aid down.
Really.
Intravenous.
We have a 12-step program available here at Detroit Lions on the Prowl, and also over at where I do my podcast, We Are Lions Nation.
I don't see that at all. Okay,
when you start the hopium drip, it's over. I'm telling you guys, man, this ain't gonna happen.
Sage Robert says Julian 2 sacks, Thor with a tipped interception, and Swift and Hawk with TDs.
There you go.
Definitely, they definitely have some Kool-Aid dealers like Bubba Bo Kool-Aid dealers number. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, wow.
Definitely some hopium and some
The Honolulu Blue Kool-Aid flavor goes down smooth, has a bitter aftertaste.
So definitely. So get your questions in the chat. What do you want to know from us about the upcoming anything from the panel? I had a question that I saw on Twitter, and I want to ask the panel. The question was, if the Lions would have drafted Jamar Chase, would we have at least one win by now? We'll start with Smoke and Jeremy. You think we would have one win if we drafted Chase?
So in other words, if we drafted Chase, we probably would have had to give up our future extra first-round picks we just got for getting Goff to move up. That means not only do we not do that, we're going to be picking one of those tackles that haven't been in the top 20 in the league, because then we're going to be picking later, like second or third round to get one. So the O-line would have looked even worse with Ragnow and Decker out. No, we wouldn't have won any. We probably would have been blown out more.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if you'd have been blown out anymore.
Oh, yeah. We've only been blown out technically twice.
Yeah, a lot of the games we were in, we're talking about pretty
I'm saying
close wins.
we wouldn't have been in any of those games because there wouldn't have been any time. Look at the games where he hasn't had time. We had no chance.
But without a $30 million deficit on Goff, you probably forward to put in a good, actually, game manager quarterback in there.
I mean,
it would help if we had an offensive coordinator that called a consistent game plan, but we haven't had that yet either.
True.
Yeah, but the question was, if we take Chase instead of Sewell, you got to look at Taylor Decker would have been out. So
Ragnow would have still been out.
Ragnow would have still been out. I don't think we would have had a win by now. I have.
There ain't no way. There's no way.
What do you think, Jim?
Hell no.
I don't think so either.
It's really easy because you take out Sewell. Even if we draft a tackle later, I don't know. We still would have been down. What, you got Matt Nelson at left tackle now? I mean, that would have been. And then who's at right?
Well, then we probably wouldn't have even been shopping Terrell Crosby. Think about that. We would have kept him.
But he got injured, so it wouldn't have mattered. Anyway,
oh yeah, that's right.
So if we're talking about that, Goff will have a heck of a time throwing to Jamar Chase from his back. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
He had a heck of a time throwing on his feet. So I mean,
okay. So remember the Bengals-Lions game? Announcers were comparing Sewell and Chase draft picks, saying that the Bengals were calling out Sewell's poor play. Who in the hell? Here's my thing. Why would they give Penei Sewell any type of compliment if they're the opposing team's
exactly
announcers? No.
The announcers are going to say that, but I'll tell you what. Every single fan that was on NFL.com during the draft griped because they drafted Jamar Chase. And then how bad he played in the preseason, they griped about it even more. So you can't make everyone happy.
Nope.
No matter what.
I think they got their right player for them, and I think we got the right player for us.
Exactly.
Totally.
Too easy, definitely.
100%.
All right. Any more questions or comments that you want to highlight? I see when we have J Dub got a good comment saying that Daniel Davis. What's up, everybody? What's your thoughts on the Lions claiming Josh Reynolds? We kind of covered that early, so you kind of I think everyone said it was a decent, besides Val, of course. But
I'm not saying that the pickup isn't bad. I'm just saying that it's just not going to help you this year.
Yeah, but I think it was kind of a low risk move, and I think it was decent.
Low risk, high reward.
Yeah, I think it was good too. Well, if everybody wants to, we go to final thoughts. I'm good with that. Anybody else? Do we have any other questions from the panel? Jeremy, I got to shout you out. You're very intelligent when it comes to Lions content. Really appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you.
So, okay, then we'll go to final thoughts. You know what? It's fine. It's just, you know what? We got a game weekend this weekend. I'm so pumped for that. I'm glad that we have that. But you know what? Some Fridays, people have other things to do. It kind of looks like that today. All right. Go to Maniac Tim. Tim, what are your final thoughts for today?
Okay, well, first of all, I want to salute a couple of service members that I know. My brother did serve in the Marines for 4 years. So Michael
Yes.
Becker,
Yep.
and also a friend of mine, his brother, Tony Gillespie, Scott Gillespie, his brother. He's in the Army and he's currently serving. Just got back from Romania about a month ago. So shout out to those two. And I just want everything that the Lions do to play with pride. You know, remember, win or lose, you got to be on that team and just do everything that you do for pride for the team, pride for the city, and don't forget the pride for your fans, because when you play with I keep getting tongue tied. Sorry. When you play with pride, it can bring good results. So just keep the pride up.
All right. That's cool. Let's go to Smoke and Jeremy. What's your final thoughts for today, man?
Mine is kind of be the same thing. I want to say thank you to my dad, my brother, my nephew, all who have served and are serving. My brother's in the Navy after being in for over 12 years as a cruise missile technician. He's been on 6 different ships, including the Bainbridge, which was called the Pirate Hunters because of what happened in Somalia, the ones that saved Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
My nephew is in the Air Force currently. I love them all very dearly. My dad did a tour and a half in Vietnam. He went back. How many people can say they actually went back? And so thank you to all of them for what they've done. As far as the Lions, I hope they start going. My co-host on the show sings the fight song at the end of the show every time. And if you listen at the very end, when we say go Lions together, I always say someday.
Yes.
Have a great day. I got a job to do. You guys take care, and thank you for having me on the panel.
Thank you for being here, Jeremy. Okay,
No
let's go to Queen of the Prowl. Val, what do you got for final thoughts today?
Okay, I'm going to salute the members of the military in my family, who my grandfather, who had passed away several years ago, who served in World War II. And my other grandfather got a Purple Heart. And my cousin, John Marty Millsap, who's currently serving right now as a sergeant in the Army. I don't know his exact rank, so don't check me on that one. But so I want to salute all of them, and Jim's dad, of course, for his service. So thank you all for your service and the sacrifice for those who are now gone. So I want to salute salute the panel, so those on the panel that have served as well, and those that are in the chat, because I know there's a lot of our members in the chat that have served as well. So shout out to you as well. So as far as the game this weekend, good luck, you guys. I wish you thoughts and prayers.
We are gonna need it.
I'm still recovering from that. So I wish you all the best of luck. So have fun, and I will see you on the Lions Nation Unite Game Day chat app this Sunday. So if you're not already there, get on there and have some fun with me this Sunday.
I want to just something in the chat, Bo, and everybody else. If you use caps, they will block you. It's just something they do. So I just wanted to let you know that was one of the things we found out. I'm worried Holmes grabs one of those experimental QBs this year instead of waiting. Yeah, I agree with that. Miles Gibbs, good news, buddy. Good news. COVID-free. Thank goodness. All right. So my final thoughts for today. I want to thank Kurt Steele for his 26 years of service in the military. and also his 1 year of service with me. I don't know which is worse. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. And for my dad, because he's a Vietnam War veteran, and I just wanted to shout out him as well. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We're now on the march to 4,000 because we achieved the 3,000 mark. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm going to turn it over to my friend, Kurt Steele, to finish the show.
All right, it's got a couple more people. I got my nephew, my brother's stepson, Luke, served definitely in the Air Force. So shout out to him as well. And shout out to all the service members that I've served with in my 26 years. Especially some of the great leaders that have made an impact on my life and made me a better leader as well. So all my brothers and sisters in arms, definitely thank you. Doesn't matter what branch of service. You served. I don't care if it was in the Coast Guard, if you served a day in this defense of this country, thank you for your service. And to all the establishment that gave out free food yesterday, we appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's you make the rounds, and it's definitely, we really appreciate your support, and thank you for doing that for us. And shout out to the team over at Team 84 over Herman over at Live Nation Unite.
Mm-hmm.
That doing those programs for us yesterday, seeing him go and give that special gift to that young Vietnam vet was great. And having the nominations for those things and the mini helmets and giving those away, I can't say that enough. Definitely. And so shout out to all my military veterans out there. Doesn't matter what branch of service. I appreciate your service, and happy belated Veterans Day if I didn't get a chance to thank you. But one other thing before we get out of here, to those individuals who wish me thoughts and prayers for the loss of my former co-host of the Die Hard Den when it was a podcast, Shawnee J. I don't know any of the information details, but he recently passed away, and it broke my heart. I was in pieces on Wednesday, and thank you to Jim being so gracious. You know what I'm saying? That's why we didn't have the show the other day, because I just couldn't do it. My heart wasn't there. My mind wasn't there. So my condolences to his family, to anyone who knew Shawnee J. The guy was just a great dude, good fella. He helped save the Die Hard Den from going away. He wrote with me for 3 seasons, 3 years, and that was my guy. And thank you for everyone for wishing me well wishes and condolences for the loss of Shawnee J. But that was my guy. So what a game this weekend. I'm just going to be happy watching football. It's going to be good watching football again. There was a game on last night that was a kind of a shocker. You see that the Ravens kind of went down to the Dolphins. So any given Sunday, so we got a chance on Sunday. There you go. But we love bringing you this content right here on Detroit Lions on the Fry, and it's free for all Friday. You know how the song goes. It's Friday, then hey, it's Saturday, Sunday. What? So good luck to everyone. Have a good weekend. Spend time with the people that you love. It's always a pleasure bringing you the content right here. So it's Friday. If you're still at work, go ahead, wipe off your mouth, finish your drink, and get back to work, baby. And whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Kurt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon.